Hello everyone, this is Steve Mercurio, the Winefather, and I want to talk to you today about wine selection at restaurants. Many of you have gone to restaurants, looked down the wine list, and you'll see wines that you might spend $20, $25, $30 on, good wines, in a liquor retail store, and then you look at the price at the restaurant and we're going 75, 85, 100, 150, 200, depending on the brand of the wine, which leads me up to the wine I want to talk about. Recently attended a restaurant called Gio's Italian Kitchen in Myrtle Beach, and obviously ordered wine. And looking at the wine list, one of the wines that stood out to me was a wine called Bonanza. Many of you may have had it, maybe some of you have never heard of it, but Bonanza is made by its parent company, which many of you have also probably heard of, Caymus. And many of you may have had Caymus wine. The Caymus wine at Gio's Italian restaurant was $200 a bottle. And in the store, you probably can get it for about $90 to $95. Then, as I went down the list, and as I mentioned, I saw Bonanza, which is a Cabernet. And again, it's made by Caymus. And what I'd like to do, there's a story on the back of the bottle which encapsulates the story of Caymus as well as this wine, Bonanza. So with that, I'm just going to take a minute and just read you what the son of the original owner has to say about this wine, and gives a little history about it. My parents and I started Caymus Vineyards in 1972. In the early years, we enjoyed my dad's homemade wine with our daily lunch before returning to the field. To say I treasured those days would be an understatement. Bonanza calls back to this time when drinking a good glass of wine was a simple pleasure of life. My dad partook of this ritual, always in moderation, pairing a delicious day-to-day wine with his meal. Sourced from vineyards throughout California, Bonanza is meant to be such a wine, a great addition to the table any day of the week that is both accessible and highly enjoyable. Chuck Wagner, who is now the winemaker for Caymus. So in other words, this is your weekday wine that you want to have with a good meal. So I highly recommend it. You can also see from the back of the bottle, you can see the old Caymus pickup truck. And there's, I believe, his father and his son. If you look at the label here, I believe that's Chuck Wagner, and he's looking out at the fields, and the fields are kind of exploding in front of him, signifying the value, the taste, the ambiance of the grape fields that they get their wines from. With that, I just wanted to, make the recommendation. It's some people look at price and say, oh, it's high price, it must be good. For this wine, which goes for about $24 retail, I paid $45 at Gio's. And again, it's a very good wine, and I highly recommend it. And I wanted to bring it to everybody's attention. So hopefully you'll try it and enjoy it. Thank you, and salute the Winefather.